like to call to order the 1,461st meeting of the President and Board of Trustees on this 19th day of November 2018. Please rise for the invocation this evening given by Trustee Aaron Wilson, and please remain standing for the Pledge of Allegiance led by Trustee Joe Sipes.
Dear God, thank you for all your blessings and gifts to us. We thank you for your precious gift of family and friends, and for those who are here with us today and those who are far away. Thank you for your abundance and grace, for being with us every single day. We thank you for showing us glimpses of heavenly beauty. We're also grateful for roofs over our heads. We thank you for those who you've brought into our lives that will lead us and guide us, and most importantly, protect us. Dear Heavenly Father, we ask for your blessings on the village of Machesney Park. Watch over this body of government and all the people and matters to come before this council tonight. Thank you for giving us thankfulness. Happy Thanksgiving. Amen.
Amen. Amen.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Will the clerk please take roll call?
Mayor Johnson.
Here.
Trustee Sipes.
Here.
Smith.
Here.
Kidd.
Here.
Wilson.
Here.
Bailey.
Here.
Beck.
Here.
Clerk is present. The attorney is present.
We have a quorum. I'll entertain a motion to approve the minutes of the November 5th board meeting.
So made. Second.
Motion and a second. Are there any additions or corrections? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Minutes have been approved. Next, we'll have the treasurer's report from Treasurer Bradley Robeson.
Thank you, Your Honor. The Treasurer's report as of November 14, 2018 reflect the total of all funds to be $14,100,595.24. A copy of the report is available at the back of the room. Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. Will we entertain a motion to accept the treasurer's report?
So made.
Second. Got a motion and a second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Treasurer's report has been approved. Next, we'll have communications from Clerk Lori Mitchell.
Thank you, Your Honor. Several things this evening. First of all, candidates began filing this morning for trustee positions in Districts 2, 5, and 6. Filing will continue through Monday, November 26th at 5 p.m. Also this evening, I have met with the Harlem High School student this afternoon, and I'm pleased to announce that Hannah Herrera will be the village's new student liaison beginning at our December 3rd board meeting. She's sitting in this evening to see how everything works and to get the feel of the land. Hannah is very qualified to serve in this role. She's on student council at Harlem High School and a lot of the academic competition teams. And she was preceded several years ago in this role by her brother Abraham Herrera. Hannah will come to the board just in time to help judge the holiday lighting contest. I haven't told you about that. And speaking of that, it's in full swing, and residents are encouraged to call Village Hall with addresses of nominations of homes that you feel beautify the neighborhood. Winners will be announced and prizes will be awarded at the December 17th board meeting. And lastly, this evening, I've been compiling a list of names. Last board meeting, we had recognized people that are doing great things in the community. So I've been compiling a list of names of people that have been recognized recently for things they've accomplished in the village. And I'm sure I'll probably miss someone, so if I do, let me know and I'll fill that in later. First of all, we're really excited that Mr. Willie Gallner from Hennig and Advanced Machine and Engineering was selected as an honoree by the Rockford Chamber of Commerce as one of the 20 people we should know. And he is definitely, I read the book he wrote, and he is definitely somebody to get to know. In addition, what rocks Rockford recognized several Machesney Park residents and businesses recently. We're pleased that the following received this distinction. Stephen and Cindy King, owners of Primitive and Proper, the antique vintage shop on North 2nd Street. Rock Valley Credit Union. Barrick Schweitzer, our attorney Tom Green's firm. Field Fastener. Blackhawk Bank. And for Best TV Personality, our own Aaron Wilson, who's quite a good trustee as well. So that's my report this evening, Your Honor.
Thank you. Next, we'll have the warrant trustee, Joe Sipes.
Thank you, Your Honor. I present the warrant in the amount of $1,496,192.61 and move for its authorization.
Second?
We have a motion and a second to approve the bills. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, will the clerk please take roll call?
Trustee Sipes.
Aye.
Schmidt.
Aye.
Kidd.
Aye.
Wilson.
Aye.
Bailey.
Aye.
Beck. Aye. 6 ayes and no nays.
Bills have been approved. Next on the agenda is administrative reports. On Friday, November 9th, I attended the tribute to veterans ceremony at the Loves Park City Hall. The speaker was Leah Coryell, a U.S. Army veteran. She gave a very inspiring speech, and they unveiled the new Eternal Flame Memorial at the Field of Honor. Please be sure to go to and see the Eternal Flame. It's very, very awesome at night. It's a beautiful symbol to help remember all the veterans who have gone but have not been forgotten. On Wednesday, November 14th, I attended the annual holiday luncheon at Field Fastener. Thank you.
Welcome.
And on Wednesday, I attended the annual dinner at the RAEDC. Last Thursday, I chaired the TIF Joint Review Board annual meeting. I want to thank the village staff for all their hard work for putting all the information together for this meeting. I'm very pleased to see how well the TIFs are performing. Yesterday, I attended the Parks Chamber annual Light Up the Parks holiday parade. There were hundreds of people lining the parade route. A big thank you goes to the Tricky Enterprises for once again providing and decorating the village float. After the parade, the village held their annual tree lighting. Santa and Mrs. Claus attended the tree lighting and visited with many, many children. A fun time was had by all, and a big thank you for all the village staff who helped make this event successful once again. I also want to wish everyone a safe and happy Thanksgiving weekend. Continuing on with administrative reports, next would be Tom Green.
No report, Your Honor, tonight. Thank you.
Thank you. Next would be Finance and Human Resource Manager, Michelle Johansson. Thank you. Community Development Director, James Richter.
Thank you, Your Honor. I'm pleased to report that Pig Mines Brewing is moving forward with a 7,800 square foot addition to their existing restaurant and brewery. The addition will provide additional manufacturing as well as another full commercial kitchen and bar area that will be accompanied by some gathering space for events. They're also going to add a second outdoor area. They seem to be doing very well, and this is a great thing for the village. Mr. Endel and his development team, along with village staff and Chris Dopkins, worked very hard to navigate through FEMA to expand their footprint, and we're just looking forward to see the product of everybody's hard work and patience. Construction continues on the TLC assisted living facility. They had some last minute concrete work that they were able to squeeze in last week during the good weather. So we should be seeing more steel coming in now on big trucks over the next couple of weeks, and they're going to start putting together the shell of the building. I think they plan to be framing the second floor by mid-December. So they got it in before they got the major work they needed to get done in before the bad weather came, so life is good there. And then finally, our lease with PCI Pharma Services commenced October 1st at the JCPenney building, and they have been acclimating themselves in that new building. And that is all I have. Thank you.
Very, very good news. Thank you. Next would be Superintendent of Public Works, Chad Hunter.
No report? Thank you.
Thank you. Next would be Village Engineer, Chris Dopkins.
Thank you, Your Honor. We're coming to the time of year where the engineers report thankfully get a little shorter.
Scott Lane, the contractor, is finishing up restoration. They're about 2/3 done right now, and I expect they will be completely done here tomorrow. We'll be on the punch list items, and we'll probably hold the contract open until the spring just to make sure that the grass that's planted comes up. On Victory Lane, everything's paved. The contractor still needs to do the final restoration on that project. That will probably happen early next week. And again, we'll hold a little bit over the winter just to make sure the grass pops in the spring. On the Quantum project, we do have one more concrete pour to go, which is scheduled for tomorrow. Everything has been under winter protection, and the concrete itself will be under winter protection because of weather conditions, which we had planned as part of the contract improvements just due to the time of year that we ended up letting the job. But we do expect to have the project to the point of substantial completion here by the end of next week. So, the new Quantum building, all the traffic will be able to be driving on the new roadway. And then finally, on the APP demos, the contractor's back working on the houses. There's 2 more to go, which they'll have done by the end of this week, which of course will be Wednesday, due to the Thanksgiving holiday. And from everybody in the McMahon Group of companies, we'd like to wish everybody here and watching a happy and safe Thanksgiving. Thank you.
Thank you. Next would be Public Safety Supervisor, Lieutenant Pete DePra.
No report tonight, but happy Thanksgiving, and hope it's safe for all, and thank you.
Thank you. Next would be Committee and Trustee reports. Does any trustee have a report this evening? Trustee Kim.
Thank you, Mayor. I've been very busy over the last 2 weeks, so I just like to share and get some information, I guess. Can we make sure that the leaves will be picked up by the snowfall? I've probably received 10 to 15 phone calls about the leaves alone, and even tonight in our audience, people were talking about the poor job that the garbage company's been doing. So that's one. Number 2, for the budget that's coming up, I would like to see, the line-by-line items on the staff salary and how much they're making, along with the line-by-line item of the businesses that have received business from the village at $20,000 or less, and I also would like to see Tim's expenditures at $20,000 and less. And also during the budget conference, I would like to talk about Skinnage and their performance. So I just given some people some heads up. Also, I talked to Steve about this in the past. Should we change our elected official accountability changes? For an example, should we not have the expectation that all trustees cannot miss more than 6 to 8 meetings a year and be effective at our jobs? Should the village president also put in 25 hours worth of work minimally as our elected official? And so a lot of people are concerned about that. Now I would like some clarification about the police contract. Number 1, are we still planning on terminating the police contract 18 months from now, or has the termination been non-void? Because when I read the newspaper article, it seems like we're still terminating that contract. I just want to make sure if we are or we're not.
If you want me to address that, just briefly, the termination notice at this point still remains in effect, and I think we're anticipating looking at either modifying the contract or at other options.
Thank you. And the next part of the contract, when negotiations take place in the future, I think it's very important that we have an elected official with the staff to see what happens. I understand the staff know more about the money and the affordability, but it's our job as an elected official to represent the people. So in the future, I hope the staff, the attorney, and the village president will actually participate in it, or assign an elected official that can participate and oversee what's happening. Thank you, Your Honor, and sorry for the long report.
Does anyone else have a report this evening? Trustee Wilson.
I'm happy to report that one of our former village liaisons, Abraham Herrera, graduate of Harlem High School and also of Dartmouth, was pinned this weekend as a second lieutenant in the U.S. Marine Corps. And that's a picture of his mom and dad up there, Jerry and Sandra, pinning him with his, of course, new title. And he is going to go forward with now 6 months of what they call TBS, the basic school, and he is going to further his career in our military. I think it's very admirable of him to give back to our country. There's a ton of things he could have done with his career, and he chose to give back, and it's just great to see a local product, one who's been right through this village board, go on to such great things. I know it was a great weekend for his family, his friends. A little side note here, I wouldn't have got the opportunity to meet our current treasurer, Bradley, had it not been for Abraham at one of Abraham's birthdays. So it was through that I encouraged Bradley to run for treasurer, and he's done a fine job. So the Hera legacy continues, and now we have his sister here, Hannah, who will take over as a student liaison, and I know he's proud of you. I talked to him again yesterday, so good luck. You'll do a great job. You'll be just like your brother.
Very good.
Thank you.
Well done. Anyone else? Hearing none, next would be consent agenda. Would the staff present all items to be considered on the consent agenda?
Yes, thank you, Your Honor. The consent agenda consists of item A, which is ordinance 36-18 for a Class B liquor license for the new operator of the BP gas station and convenience store at 11225 North 2nd Street, and increasing the number of Class B licenses from 14 to 15 licenses. This is the first reading. Item B, which is for Resolution 56R18 to approve final plat 15 in the Willow Creek Business Park to combine lots 120 and 121 for the expansion at Pig Mines Brewing, and this is the final reading. And item C, Resolution 62R18, declaring a surplus of $776,078.18 from the 251-173 Gateway TIF to be distributed to the appropriate taxing bodies, and this is the final reading. Thank you.
Thank you. Are there any items the trustee would like to remove from the consent agenda to be considered separately? Hearing none, the consent agenda has been accepted as presented. I'll entertain a motion to approve the consent agenda.
So made?
Second, third.
Got a motion and a second. Will the clerk please take a roll call?
Trustee Schmidt.
Aye.
Kidd.
Aye.
Wilson.
Aye.
Bailey.
Aye.
Beck.
Aye.
Sipes.
Aye.
Mayor Johnson.
Aye.
7 ayes and no nays.
Consent agenda has been approved. Next, we have unfinished business, which we have none. Next would be new business, which we have none. Next would be public comment. Is there anyone in the audience who would like to address the board for the good of the village? Hearing none, or seeing none, next would be adjournment. I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
So made?
Second.
Got a motion and a second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. We are adjourned.